Kelly's a farm girl from rural Illinois. So I can tell you something about farm girls and farm kids. They've got a lot of grit. Kelly's not a politician. That's why I like her too. I tell you what, she has a heart for service, and she does the right thing, even when no one's looking. And she is breaking glass ceilings for little girls and my nieces all around this state and this country, showing them that the American dream is alive and well, and that little girls from rural America can do anything they set their mind to, even be a U.S. Senator. But unfortunately, we've got radical liberal Raphael Warnock trying to stop us from achieving our American dreams. And but I do have something in common with Raphael too. I'm a Baptist. He's a Baptist. Do we have any more Baptists here? Anybody else a Baptist? Okay. Have y'all ever heard in your church services or read in your Bible that says, "Thou shalt kill babies"? No. It does not say that. Or, "Thou shalt bully women"? No. I can tell you who's not going to be bullied, and that's Kelly Loeffler, because she's got that farm girl grit, and she will represent our values in Washington. So please, turn out and vote. We've got it today, and if you didn't vote today, try to get there today, Tuesday. But help me introduce our Senator Kelly Loeffler, who we plan to keep in Washington, D.C., because she will represent our values and stand for us.
It's amazing to be here. What a way to kick off 2021 a little early. You know, I have an important question for you. Are you ready to keep fighting for President Trump and show America that Georgia's a red state? Right here, right now, all of the eyes of the country are on us, Georgia. I know you feel it. I know you feel the pressure. The pressure's on, and we're going to get this done. We're the firewall to stopping socialism. We have to hold the line right here in Georgia. The nation is counting on us. And it's not just today, it's future generations. Because you heard what Chuck Schumer said, now we take Georgia, then we change America. He's been very clear about how he wants to change America. It's not just high taxes, open borders, Green New Deal. It's socialized medicine. It's lockdowns. It's taking away our personal freedoms, our God-given rights protected by the Constitution. Those will be under attack every day. That's why we have to hold the line right here in Georgia. We're going to work every single day. We just got 5 days left. So that's why President Trump was here 3 weeks ago. He said you have to get out and exercise your right to vote. You have to vote for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler because we are fighting for you in Washington. Look, but it's not just radical policies, it's radical candidates. Radical liberal Raphael Warnock, my opponent, you don't have to even take my word for it. You can hear him in his own words, calling police officers gangsters, thugs, bullies, and a threat to our children. I gave him a chance to apologize for those hurtful words. He declined to do that. He'd be first in line to defund our police. Let's hear it for our men and women of law enforcement. Serve God and serve in the military, well, that's an insult to every single veteran in this state, in this country, who is on the front lines defending our freedoms. I say God bless our men and women in the military. God bless our veterans.
Yeah.
And it's not just the things he said, it's the things that he hasn't said. You know, the mainstream media has a way of not asking Democrats the hard questions. So I decided in our debates to do that. In addition to asking him if he apologized for his hurtful words about police officers, I asked him if he would denounce Marxism and socialism. Well, he declined to do that too, because he believes in it. He wrote a book praising Marxism 100 times, but there's more. When I asked him about his arrest for obstructing a child abuse investigation, he he refused to answer those questions. And now a victim has come forward. My heart goes out to that victim and all victims of child abuse. But we have to make sure that he answers these questions for Georgians. They have a right to know what happened at that camp. But there's more. He is someone who has celebrated Jeremiah Wright, Fidel Castro. These are Marxist, anti-American. We will always stand up for American values, and that's what we're fighting for here. That's on the ballot January 5th. You know, David Perdue and I are not politicians. We're business people. Like President Trump, we went to Washington to work for you. And make no mistake, I worked for each one of you. I don't owe anyone in the swamp anything. I will always make sure that I take Georgia to Washington, but never bring Washington to Georgia. That's what's on the ballot too. We have to make sure that we have a jobs-led economic recovery right here in Georgia. And we're doing that. Our state's open. The Democrats want lockdowns. We have to make sure that we're back at work, school, and church, helping our economy reopen. That's what business people can do, like David Perdue and myself. In the CARES Act, we helped bring $48 billion right here to Georgia. And then on the most recent round, which we supported, we later learned that Nancy Pelosi played politics with lives and livelihoods, stopping pandemic relief months after month after month from coming to Georgia. Well, we finally got it done because we're going to hold Democrats accountable for playing politics with this pandemic on January 5th. But there's more. We have to make sure that we're providing affordable health care that protects pre-existing conditions for Georgians. Obamacare has failed Georgians. 130,000 Georgians have lost their health care thanks to high premiums, high deductibles. We can do better. We have to protect pre-existing conditions, but you do not socialized health care, not government-run health care, turning your doctor's office into is through our schools. We have to fight for school choice. The Democrats don't want school choice for our children. And whether it's homeschool, religious school, vocational school, public or private education, we have to make sure we do what's right for our children. Look, I'm a product of public schools. I know how much my education went to helping me go off the farm, from working in the fields, to waitressing, to building a successful career and becoming a job creator. I want that for every single Georgia child, whether they're in the inner city, the suburbs, or a farm. They deserve that opportunity to live their dreams. That's what's on the ballot too. But there's more. Conservative values are on the ballot, but really it's American values. It's standing up for our constitutional, our God-given rights right here in Georgia. You know, during our debate, we also asked Raphael Warnock if he would pack the court. He said he hadn't really thought about it. Well, it's interesting that you're running for Senate and you haven't thought about whether you're going to defend the Constitution, because you actually take an oath to support and defend the Constitution. They would use the who would run over our religious freedoms, our Second Amendment rights, the right to life. Those are the things that we will always fight for. So you see what's at stake. That's why you're here. You're great patriots for being here. People across the country say, is this going to happen, Kelly? Please tell me Georgia's going to get this done for us, because what happens here affects all of America. And we know that. That's why you're here. It's so important to get out and vote. Take your friends, your families. Has anyone voted here yet? Oh, I love it. Great patriots. Okay, thank y'all. We've got more work to do, though. So I've got a little assignment. We need you to call your friends, your families, text, call. In fact, my friend Marsha Blackburn, great Tennessee senator, she says, 5 calls a day will keep the liberals away. January 5th, just 5. You got 25 people you can reach out to, maybe more, 500 people. We got to get it done, Georgia. The eyes of the nation are on us. I know we can do it. Together, we're going to stop socialism in its tracks. Together, we're going to God bless you. God bless Georgia. Thank you, guys. Let's do some credits.
Thank you, guys. Norcross, Georgia, after speaking to her supporters about how important it is to get them votes with the elections only days away. So that's typically we're top speaker here, so we'll show that to you as well. See what people think about it after you speak to her supporters on December 31st, and the election is so close on January 5th. I'm Phoenix Rising in America, and this is our country.